Hi guys, today I'm going to read you a story about a penguin. His name is Leonardo and the title of the book is called Leonardo's Dream. Now who's with us today? Look, we've got the teddies. They've decided to sit on Pola's back today. That's what they wanted to do, so I let them. And hopefully we've got Jonah and Zachy in Italy and Joshua and Alex and Bella in Belfast and Thea in Wellington. Welcome everybody. Let's start. Oh, looks pretty cold down there, doesn't it? He's a penguin. He must be in the South Pole, maybe. Leonardo's Dream. Leonardo the Penguin lived at the South Pole. Oh, I was right, wasn't I? South Pole. He looked a bit different from the other penguins because his beak was yellow and theirs were red. But none of them seemed to care. So Leonardo didn't either. What Leonardo did care about was that he couldn't fly, for flying was Leonardo's greatest dream. Every day Leonardo would smile confidently at his wings and whisper, "You'll be big soon," and then he would stand on one leg at the top of the cliff, where are we going? Okay, he would stand on one leg at the top of the cliff, letting the wind brush through his feathers and imagine that he was flying over the ocean. It made him very happy. "My friends call me Leo," Leonardo told everyone who passed. But the truth was that he had no friends. The other penguins thought he was a strange bird because they had never felt the slightest desire to fly. Leonardo, on the other hand, showed no interest in swimming, and that's what penguins do best. Day after day he watched the birds soaring overhead, and day after day he checked to see if his wings had grown at all. They hadn't. But that didn't stop him. He hopped and flapped and hopped and flapped, but it was no use. He never left the ground. Look, this is him hopping and flapping here. And all of the other penguins, who, look, all have red beaks. All red beaks. And little Leonardo up there, he has a yellow beak. The other penguins made fun of Leonardo's dream of flying. One day they walked past him laughing. "What's the matter? Bad flying weather?" they teased. "What do you know about flying weather?" Leonardo shouted back. He would even fly in a blizzard, he thought bravely, if he could fly at all. Despite their taunts, Leonardo worked on his daily flight exercises, but soon gave up. "Definitely not flying weather," he admitted sadly. Oh, look at him. He's got some tears running down his little cheeks. Look. Oh, that's sad. Poor Leonardo. Whoa. The next day, Leonardo saw a bird with long, slender wings and a yellow beak soaring silently in the sky. He had never seen a bird fly so beautifully. When the bird landed close by, Leonardo went running up to him. "I'm Leo," he said, out of breath. "May I please look at your wings?" "But of course," said the bird, surprised. "I'm Otto Albatross," he added, and unfolded his unbelievably long wings. "When I grow up, my wings will be that big too," declared Leonardo. "Well, Leo," said Otto kindly, "that might take a few years." "A few years? No!" Leonardo wanted to fly right here, right now. He examined Otto's wings very carefully. Then he rushed to the shore. There he gathered as many sticks as he could find and carried them to an open field. Curious, Otto glided down from a cliff. At Leonardo's request, Otto opened his wings wide. Leonardo studied them once more, then began to set out the sticks he had collected. Otto was amazed when he saw what the little penguin had in mind. Look at him, all the sticks all laid out. There's Otto watching, standing on a rock watching. Finally, Leonardo was finished. "Look at my new wings," he cried. "Just my size." Do you really think they will work?" asked Otto doubtfully. But Leonardo wasn't discouraged. He was certain that with the new wings he could fly. He could finally fly. He waddled bravely to the cliff and peered down. He was feeling a little queasy, but when a gentle breeze ruffled his feathers, Leonardo breathed deeply, took a running start, and what? Crashed right into a snowdrift. "Oh no, what happened?" he asked, digging himself out of the powdery snow. "Are you okay, Leo?" asked Otto. "I am, but my new wings aren't," replied Leonardo. "Come down here and see what I landed on." They dug through the deep snow. "Leo," said Otto, astonished, "that looks like a flying machine. You wouldn't have found it if it hadn't been for those crazy wings of yours," he added, laughing. "Look, it's a flying machine. Wow, buried in the snow right where he landed. Goodness me." As evening neared, the wind picked up and swirled the snow around. Leonardo and Otto had to work hard to free the flying machine. "Wow," said Otto, "it's not the latest model, but it's in very good condition." "In good condition? Oh, Otto, do you think that maybe we could—" Leonardo asked. "Well, we'll see tomorrow, Leo," the albatross replied. "I'm so tired I can hardly stand." Leonardo was exhausted too, but he was so excited that it took him a long time to fall asleep. Look, there's the flying machine. And there's Otto and Leo on the wing, in the snow. The next morning Leonardo cleared out the cockpit and found a flying cap, goggles and a scarf. Now he looked like a real pilot. He also found a flight manual and studied the instructions carefully. Meanwhile, Otto busied himself with the propeller. The motor rattled, clattered and clanged. And it started! "Hooray!" Otto cheered, stomping the ground with his big feet. Suddenly penguins came from every direction, curious to see what all the excitement was about. Otto called out to them, "All aboard! Fasten your seat belts!" The penguins hopped onto the wings. "Spread out evenly," Otto commanded. He turned to Leonardo. "Don't worry, I'll help you," he said with a wink. "Get ready for takeoff," Leonardo shouted. First, the plane jerked and jolted, rocked and shook. Then slowly it began to roll. Faster and faster it went until it lifted off the ground. They were airborne. Leonardo was flying. Wow! "You did it, Leo! You're flying! Isn't it wonderful?" cried Otto. "It's fantastic!" Leonardo shouted back. "I'm flying over the sea! I'm flying!" All too soon Otto said, "We'd better head back. There's not much fuel in the tank." As soon as the flying machine had touched down, the motor began to sputter and the propeller came to a stop. "That was a perfect landing," declared Otto. "But Leo, it was also your first and last flight. The fuel is gone." That didn't bother Leonardo. He was overjoyed. His dream had come true. A cheer rose from the crowd. "Bravo, Leo! You really did it! Hurrah! Hurrah!" Leonardo's perseverance had made his dream of flying come true, and he worked just as hard learning how to swim. The other penguins were very proud of him, and from then on they called him Leo. When Otto stopped by for a visit, Leonardo showed him how he could leap into the water from the cliff. "Now you're really flying," said Otto admiringly. "Yes, but this time I'm using my very own swimming wings," replied Leonardo. "Look, there he is there. He's still got his goggles on and his hat. But he's flying through the water this time. Fantastic!" Jumps off the iceberg, into the water, flies like a penguin underwater. That's really cool. Look at that. South Pole. Amazing. That was a good story, wasn't it? I liked that one. Loved it. Look at his wings here. Those are the ones he built, but sadly, he crashed into a snowdrift. But remember, guys, that's how he got to go flying, because he crashed into the plane that was covered in snow, and they uncovered it, made it work, and he did have his little flying dream come true. How fantastic.